The tattva part has to be there. That's one thing. And the second thing is, for the Bhagwan's topics to be discussed and relished, Tushyanticha Ramanticha. Only one person doesn't do that. It is Tushyanticha Ramanticha. That is Paraspara, back and forth, like that. And on top of anything, Bhakti is a path of descending mercy. So we are never on the top. That's why every pure devotee, the purest one, Srimati Radharani also, what does she think? She doesn't think like she is the greatest of all the servants. She's the best. She doesn't. She thinks that she's very menial. So because in the path of descending mercy, nobody, the nature of that sambandha with Bhagavan, the Dainya, makes them see that they are not in the top. It is like that. So that's why there is always somebody in the top giving the mercy. Like that. That is for that is the Bhakti Yoga, the process of descending mercy. Okay, that's one thing. And if we are talking about the other kinds of yoga, there is nobody above them for them, because they are Brahman, they are Bhagavan themselves. Even the guru that they have taught is out of their way when they have to merge into Brahman. So that's their philosophy. For them, there is nobody on the top. For Bhaktas, they are never on the top. Okay, that's one thing. And that's why all the Bhaktas, that is the nature of eternal Sishyatva. Because the water can flow down only when there is downslope. It doesn't flow up. It flows down like that. So that's why there is always Guru Tattva, through which the descending mercy comes. Okay, that's one thing. And that is on the level of Tattva Jnana. Why? There is always somebody above us. Always somebody above us means they are above us to shower the blessings, to send the blessings. Like that. Okay. So this is the Tattva, because the Bhakti Tattva is the descending mercy. And for the mercy to descend, we are below, and somebody is above to pour down the mercy. And second thing is, as Prabhu was saying, they are beyond the gunas. And a conditioned jiva, at the most, cultivating to its best, can increase the proportion of sattva guna, but cannot come beyond the modes. So there has to be somebody beyond the modes to pick us up. That's the. And what does that mean practically? That's the question today. What does it mean picking us up from the modes? How do we think when we are in Rajoguna, Tamoguna? Right now, whatever so-called our natural thinking is mix of more of Rajo and Tamoguna. Right? We are like, we always have this I-centered anxiety, stress. My fear element is always there. Because the subject matter here is like I and anything belonging to me. So that's the subject matter with a little bit of Krishna here and there. So that is our thinking now. Our mind has all these dirts like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. So this is how we know we are in these modes, right? With the Rajoguna and Tamoguna, most of it. Maybe a little piece every now and then, a little bit of Sattvaguna. So this is material existence. If this is what it means being in material existence, this is what it means to be under the influence of modes. This is what it means to be conditioned. And this is how we are right now, right? So How are the Shuddha Bhaktas? What is their thought? They don't have iron mind and they don't have any dirts of the mind. So what would their thinking be? In very practical terms, what would their thinking be? Can somebody read that, please? It's on the WBC. Make your way post. And I already tagged it and saying that I'm discussing that now. So the bhaktas are always filled with this adhyatmika vastu. Yep. If somebody saw the message, can you please start reading?
Krishna Mataji.
Hari Hari Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead.
The bhaktas are always filled with this adhyatmika vastu. They see and perceive him all the time. Premajana churita.
Yeah. This part, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. So these devotees, these Mahajanas, these pure devotees, they are always filled with Adhyatmika Vastu. Vastu is a substance. It's not a theory. Like we are also, Vastu means a thing. Thing has qualities you can perceive and you can touch, you can drink depending upon what the Vastu is. So it is in reality existing. Krishna is like that. For us, it may be just a little bit of dry theory now. But for them, they have that Adhyatmika Vastu, Krishna. They are with that spiritual substance, Krishna. They see him, perceive him all the time. Okay? And yes, please go on, Prabhu.
They are filled with danya, dinatva, brave with gratitude, mat chitta mad gata prana.
Yeah, mat chitta mad gata pranaha, bodhayanta parasparam, kadayantastu mam nityam, tushyanti charamanti cha. They're filled. Inside, we are filled. Oh, please give me 1 second. I have this phone. I just want to make sure there is nothing. Okay. I'm just going to mute myself just for a second, please. Yeah. Yeah. So right now we are thinking, we know what we are thinking, right? But these Shuddha Bhaktas, we are filled with bhaya. We are filled with fear. We are filled with anxiety. We are filled with pride. We are puffed up like that. But they are inside, they are filled with the dainya. They are very grave with deep gratitude. Like that. And yes, Prabhu, please go ahead.
They're always happily and assuringly dependent on the loving seva of the Lord, as a person is dependent on the mother, Bhumi, to step his foot without next thought. Rakshasya iti vishvaso goptri varnam tatha.
Yes. So, like when we walk on the earth, we don't think twice. One step after the other, the steps just go very involuntarily. So involuntarily, we are depending on earth to walk. If that involuntarily, they depend on Krishna. Krishna that is present in the heart everywhere. And we do not know how it is, right? It is beyond our comprehension. We are like, what is that dependence? Really? So naturally, they depend on Krishna, they're being with Krishna, they perceive Krishna, but they are like that, they Shuddha Bhaktas. Okay. And next one, Prabhu, please.
They don't have any other thoughts except how they can please the sweet Lord.
Madhavendra Puri, yeah. This is story of Madhavendra Puri. How while tasting the sweet rice too, the sweet rice was so yummy. And the next thought he had was, wow, I want to cook like this and feed Gopal too. That's what his thought was. So their thoughts, any thought that comes to them is only to see how they can please the Lord. By default, their thoughts are like that. And yes, please, next.
Whoever they see, whatever they see, they only see how wonderfully that is serving and glorifying the Lord. Stavara Jangama Dekhana Dekhi.
Yeah. So this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita. They may be looking around, looking at the things, looking at the people. They may be just looking, but they are looking but not looking, seeing but not seeing anybody or anything. They are only seeing Krishna everywhere. Krishna that is present everywhere, how Krishna's arrangement is there, everything about Krishna. So Stavara Jangama Dekhe na Dekhe. So Stavara Jangama Dekhe na Dekhe. Anything that they see, moving or non-moving objects, they see but they don't see. They only see Krishna that is in and behind this moving and non-moving objects. Like that. So for them, when they look around, we look around, when we see, we really see people. We have everything, all the thoughts related to that particular person, to that particular thing. That's how we are stuck when we see a person or thing. But they're not stuck. They are unobstructed in their thought and perception to Krishna. They see people, they see things, but they don't see them. They see Krishna. Yeah. And yes, please continue.
In this way, they are simply made of joyful glorification and loving seva of the Lord always. In this way, they are reviving the natural Sat, Chit, and Ananda position. Udayanta Para Prasparam Tusyanti Cha Ramanti Cha.
Yeah. So we always hear that Lord is Satchit Ananda Vigraha, right? We are also Satchit Ananda Vigraha, spirit souls. But when we are here under the modes, we don't feel that way. But looking at these pure devotees, Sat is eternal. They are eternal, always with Krishna. Chit, they are very much cognizant of Krishna and anything related to Krishna. Ananda, they are ecstatic in loving reciprocations with the Lord at all times. So they are Sat Chit Ananda. They may look like they are in a body, human body, but what is going on with them is Sat Chit Ananda. For us, we are looking like we are bodies, and yes, what is going on with us is everything about this material world, about the people, about the things, everything related to this material world. So that's how we are not on the platform of Satchidananda, but they are on the platform of Satchidananda. Okay. And in this way, they are Rajvasis, the inhabitants of land of divine love and joy. Though they are present in a material body, this is how, though they are present in a material body, they are always joyful, Ananda, Sat at all times. Because being with Krishna is eternal. So that's how they are Sat, Chit, Ananda. And yes, Prabhu, you may please continue the next one.
In this way, they are Brajvasis, the inhabitants of land of divine love and joy, though they are present in a material body. Should I continue? Their body may go through the natural changes, but their inside is always aware, cognizant of the Lord and jubilant in his reciprocation, Satchit Anand.
Yes, continue.
Aharnisha, day and night, they are with him, seeing him, feeling for him, doing for him, thinking of him. Though the background of the body, others' bodies, images change. They have a reason to go on with reciprocation when there can be a reason to stop. Yomam Paishyati Sarvatra Sarvam Cha Mai First share.
Yeah, yeah. So this is their existence, day and night. Ahar Nisha. Ahar is day, Nisha is night. Ahar Nisha, they are with the Lord. They are seeing Him. They are feeling for Him. And they are feeling Him, doing for Him, thinking of Him. So they're literally being with the Lord. Though the background of their body and other bodies' images may change, which means, externally, whatever we see. So though those changes may happen with the bodies, internally, that is what is going on with them. They are with Krishna. And they have a reason to go on with reciprocation. Their reciprocation with Krishna will never stop. Even if there is a reason to stop. In other words, any limitations, bodily limitations also. But internally, reciprocation will go on. So that is their reality. And at the end, I will let you read that, Prabhu.
Yeah. We are those bhaktas. We are divine by nature, belonging to divine, reciprocating with the divine, filled with Him, filled for Him. In this way, we are revived inside out to our original nature and introduced into the spiritual realm of Krishna Kripa Sri Murti, Nitai Gauranga.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. So, this is the crux of the matter, dear devotees. We know how we feel on our own. But whatever is said so far, we only think that, that is pure bhaktas. They are always with Krishna inside and they are seeing Krishna everywhere. Their perception is that, like that, whatever we have heard so far. But the power of these bhaktas, these Mahajanas, and only that these Mahajanas can do is to make us what they are. We have just read how they feel inside. How they feel inside, how they reciprocate with Lord, and nothing would stop them from reciprocation. How they are Sat, Chit, Ananda. Yes, they are, but their potency is so great that they also make us what they are. So it is possible, it is only possible by these Shuddha Bhaktas. This transformation for us in the heart, reviving us. Reviving is, now we are in passion and ignorance, all this, and we are feeling what we are feeling, right? But our original spiritual existence, how whatever their Shuddha Bhaktas are feeling, that's the spiritual existence. Being with Krishna, feeling for Him, perceiving Him, reciprocating with Him, that's the spiritual existence. That is our original existence. So only the Shuddha Bhaktas have that potency to bring us back to the spiritual existence. And so this is reviving inside out. And not only that, after reviving our consciousness, bringing that back to spiritual existence, they will engage us in the seva of the Lord in our spiritual form. So this can be done only by the Shuddha Bhaktas. There are many Shuddha Bhaktas. And all of them are Guru Tattva. All the Shuddha Bhaktas, they are getting us closer to the Lord. But that specific Shuddha Bhakta who is occupying the heart and taking us towards the Lord, then that's Krishna Kripa Sri Murti, Sri Guru. But this is Guru Tattva, though. Guru Tattva, and this is what Shuddha Bhaktas do. This is why the Shuddha Bhakta Sanga is very vital. Because only they have the capacity to make us what they are. We don't have the capacity to become what they are. It's like this. We are like small iron rods, maybe. Yeah, small iron rods. We are not magnets. We don't have the magnetic property. But Guru Tattva, the Shuddha Bhaktas, the whole Guru Tattva, it is a big magnet. And when a big magnet is polarizing a small iron piece, the polarization happens. And over a period of time, this small iron piece also acts as a magnet. So iron cannot become magnet on its own. The magnet has to magnetize the iron. This is the Sanga of the Shuddha Bhakta. And the magnetization is like not once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day. This is Yasya Prasado Bhagavad Prasada, Yasya Prasado Nagati Kutopi. We think of this, the nutrition of the baby in the mother's womb. It's not like the nutrition doesn't go there once a day, twice a day. Nutrition continues as the baby grows. Like that, the magnetization is Kirtaniya Sada Hari Sada. So whatever we hear or imbibe from all these bhaktas in the Bhagavatam, the Mahajanas in the Bhagavatam, our Acharyas in the Gurujana, these are all our, they are like magnets. So hearing from them, we want to hear them so much that we think about what we have heard. We want to think about that so much that we start meditate upon the subject matter, Adhyatmika Vastu, the Lord. We want to meditate so much that it becomes our living. And we want to live on the spiritual platform so much that love of Godhead is very natural on that platform. So that is our journey, dear devotees. And that's what happens with the Shuddha Bhaktas. And this is why Shuddha Bhakta Sangha from the Bhagavatas. When we are hearing Bhagavatam, it means we are getting the Shuddha Bhakta Sangha. Hearing from the Acharyas means we are getting Shuddha Bhakta Sangha. Reading the purports of Srila Prabhupada, getting that. So the magnetization happens when we are in their Sangha. So the bottom line is, they will infuse that Adhyatmika Vastu within us. They will infuse Krishna into us. So much so that, whatever we have read so far about how they feel, that being with Krishna can't stop serving him, like that. So, yo antah pravishya mama vacham imam prasuptam, that is infusing. So, they infuse that Adhyatmika Vastu within us, and they engage us in the seva of that Adhyatmika Vastu. This is why Shuddha Bhakta Sangha, because they give us Govinda, the understanding of Govinda, the knowledge about Govinda, the attachment for Govinda, the remembrance for Govinda. So that way, they give us the Lord, they bring us closer to the Lord, and they engage us in the service of the Lord. All this means coming from the material realm to the spiritual realm. I'm going to pause here, dear devotees, and I'll let you speak. And you may pause the